My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I am reviewing, whenever I see these funny names, I kind of think, oh, I get a spike of adrenalina. Allure Homme Sport. Oh God. I want to call it Super Duper or Superleggera or Super whatever. I'm sure it means something. I'm sure, I don't really watch anything, so I'm sure somebody's going to leave a frantic comment below about what it is and I should know it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, so this is £130 for 100 ml. Oh my God, it's going on and on about stuff. Composition, inspiration. So the composition is a fresh woody amber fragrance. The lively, fruity freshness of a grapefruit accord, I appreciate that, combines with vibrant, full-bodied amber notes, leading the scent density and depth. A powerful musk note gives the fragrance its distinctive intensity. Do we have our bottles of Allure Homme Sport, Superleggera by Chanel? I've engaged with the higher self. Let's get testing. So let's have a look at the atomizer. Nice. What am I expecting? So now when I go with this, I kind of want to compare it on its own, but I want to compare it to Chanel. So that's the two things it should be. It should be instantly likable, because it's Chanel. It should smell like Chanel. Absolutely, that's that thing. Think how hard that would be. You've got to create a fragrance that goes through fragrance evaluation. It needs to smell like Chanel, which is classic French. French perfumery is not monstrous when it shouldn't be. It should be like a lovely little wall of fragrance, not too offensive, light, airy, and this should smell, as I keep saying, like Chanel. So let's apply the fragrance and get on with the review. The atomizer is lovely actually on the skin when you kind of apply it. So on my skin, these don't work. I'm going to say that because my skin's like tattooed and quite thick. But this on my skin is radiant. And we've tested this. We're testing quite a lot now. So I don't test them on my skin. I test them on people and I ask them their opinion. So everyone that's I sprayed this on liked it. I think it's beautifully composed. I think this smells of classic Chanel. This is giving me everything that I want. Beautiful sort of aqueous note. Clean, fresh, spiky. The geometry is definitely sort of triangular and spiky. Hedione, Isu Super, dihydromercenol. A grapefruit accord, which is beautiful. Grapefruit accords can smell a little bit. They can smell gone off sometimes. They can smell a little bit like body odor. They can go into that if they're not composed. This does not. This is insanely stable. So this has a stability from the start to the end. And this has beautiful linear aspect to it, which is great because sometimes you want a fragrance that's just linear, you smell good and that's it. Beautiful sweetness there of the fruit molecules. This is a really lovely fragrance because they've using the aqueous raw materials, which is like the aquaxel, and other raw materials. That can smell, that's a difficult raw material because it can smell sort of like flat and fluffy. It's got like a flat, fluffy, round nature to it. I associate that with aqueous raw materials. So the way I can describe it is sort of flat, fluffy, round, and obviously aqueous. But that, to get it to smell clean, is at quite high concentrations is quite difficult because it'd be quite overpowering. It's quite a powerful raw material and tends to overtake other raw materials. Alkyl acetates. This is how to do these acetates and aldehydes correctly. Acetates and aldehydes are incredibly powerful, can smell quite fruity, but they have a sharpness to them, or they smell fatty. Used incorrectly, just smells sort of overpowering. That's all you can smell as acetates and aldehydes. I have in the past made up a fragrance and I overdosed the by accident, little beaker, the aldehyde, and it just doesn't come off your skin and it kind of overtakes everything and smells fatty. It really can, it threw out the whole formula, and it was the last raw material I added in before the naturals, and I was like, ugh, right, have to start again. And when you're doing that many raw materials and you just make a mistake, someone bugs you for something or whatever, you dose inside too much, it blows out the whole formula and you have to start again. Very annoying. You use Fambroxin, is very nice. Not too musk heavy. Here it said this powerful musk. I think with Chanel, everything's chosen thoughtfully. Not much room for creative maneuver. That's how I always feel when I smell Chanel. It's kind of like military perfumery and everything has to be right and da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's really great and that's how you should work as a perfumer. But some days I like to have days when I'm just like allow myself to just be creative and do things and just see and have fun, because I think I love being creative, and I imagine that you wouldn't have days like that where you're kind of being creative and fun and seeing what happens. I think it would be very strict. That's kind of the thing I get. Like, their clothes are very beautifully cut and everything's really beautiful. I kind of think it would be just very strict. That's kind of what I was thinking, regulated and everything by the board. On to my final thoughts. This is radiant on my skin. This is clean on my skin. It has a cold, crisp, aquatic nature. I love the use of raw materials. I love the salicylate raw materials in there. They're giving that sort of clean, sort of electric smell to it, which I really like. I like the citruses. I don't like mandarin. Mandarin is my least favorite citrus. There's a wood aspect to it, which I don't really like. I do use it, but I don't really like it. But this has been done superbly. I kind of just really like it. The basis note's really nice. Clean, fresh, linear, simple, smells of Chanel. So I'm going to mark this in two ways. As a Chanel fragrance, I'm going to mark it a 10 because I think it fits with the brief. I think it fits with everything. It fits with their collection. I think if you love Chanel, you're going to love this. I think you're going to get 4 to 6 hours wear, and then you apply it again. If you've got sort of that skin which sort of holds onto skin, you're very lucky. I think you may get longer, but I think 6 hours is sort of top end with it, and then it sits to a skin scent. Beautifully created. But for me, I wouldn't ever reach for this at all, actually. This is not something I would gravitate to. It's just not my personal style of perfumery. I think it's very, very nice, very beautiful, very eloquent. The occasions I wear it for the gym, sport, going out. It's kind of a signature scent. It's very nice. But for me, it feels a little bit sort of lacking in something. I don't know quite what, but I just wouldn't reach for this. I would always reach for sort of darker, more interesting, or actually something quite sweet. I quite like all floral fragrances. I love as well, vanilla, all that sort of stuff. So I wouldn't reach for this. This is a beautiful sort of like, the way I can think about it, it's like an iceberg sort of finish to it. It's very clean, fresh, aquatic, icy. It's not got menthol in it to make it sort of icy, but it kind of, that's the feeling it's given me. Clean, fresh, sparkling, not too much of this, not too much of this, right down the middle, and I think perfect. So for me, I'm going to mark it an 8, but for a Chanel fragrance, I'm going to mark it a 10. That kind of makes sense. I think this is a dumb reach, if I'm really honest with you. I think the price is really good. I think it's really nice. I think it just makes you smell fresh and clean. I think sometimes you just want that quite simplistic and linear. So I think if you're just after a dumb reach and something which is a new signature scent, kind of, and I think £100 is like perfect for it, actually. I think it's everything's great about it. This is for you. But I think if you've got sort of like all the other stuff that's like this, I don't know. I think you'd be bored, if I'm honest with you. And if you like sweet fragrances, this is absolutely not for you. So I think this fits quite a large majority of men. Nice as a work scent, actually. So I think if you get up, have a shower, put it on, go to work, take it in your bag, reapply it, and then reapply it to go to the gym, that is perfect. But I don't think it's particularly a going out, being crazy. I think it's more of a professional scent or gym or something like that. It feels quite sporty to me. Very nice though. I mean, I think it's thoroughly enjoyable, really well crafted and created, and I think it's lovely. So I would have that review. Thumbs up and subscribe on fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands, and lots of fragrance views. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.